Hey everybody, Jason here with Dan, one of our awesome trainers. We are here today to talk to you about push. We talked to you about it before, but we've got an awesome new offer for you. But in order to get that offer, you got to watch this whole video. It'll be listed at the end, or I'll explain what the offer is at the end. But Dan is going to tell us a little bit about what push is and what you might expect and why it isn't just for the elite athlete. It is for everybody, for all of you. All right, so here's Dan. It won't let me flip it over. So
all right, guys. Essentially, I'm going to run you through a quick workout. But push, to give you an idea of what it is, it's constantly varied, meaning we're always doing something different, whether it's for time, whether it's for repetitions, strength, metabolic conditioning. It's always going to change. No workout is exactly the same. The movements, functional movements. So every movements that you would see in everyday life are the type of movements we're going to do in our workouts. And they will always be at high intensity. But your intensity and my intensity are different. The needs of advanced athletes and beginner athletes don't vary by the movement, they vary by degree. The degree of that intensity will look different for each different athlete. So to give you an idea of what that means, I've put a workout up here. It's a 20-minute AMRAP. AMRAP is an acronym that stands for as many rounds and reps as possible within 20 minutes. So the workout is 20 minutes long, and we're cycling through 3 different movements. So it would be 5 pull-ups, 10 push-ups, 15 air squats. We always want to keep the movements the same throughout this. So for example, 5 pull-ups. Myself, pull-ups are pretty easy, but I have to have modifications for different athletes and their abilities. So we never want to replace a pull with a push. So one modification we do to start out is ring rows. So it's essentially just like a pull-up where we're reaching back and pulling ourselves to the ring, called a ring row. We'll keep that same amount of reps. This is very beginner level intensity, but cycling through those movements for 20 minutes, this will become difficult. So that's one modification for a pull-up. Another would be, on the floor here, I've stacked up 2 45-pound plates to kind of be like a pedestal to help you reach up to these bars to leave a nice little bend in my elbows, so that way we can get a little dip in the knees and press with our legs and do what we call jumping pull-ups, which would be the next step up after doing ring rows. Another modification could be a resistance band. Using the resistance band to help reduce our body weight to assist in a pull-up. So there's 3 examples of how we would change a pull-up. Each athlete is different, so we always make different modifications and try putting you in different those movements, breaking them down differently for you each workout, so that way you're always doing something different and you're building to hopefully an actual pull-up. Now push-ups. Very difficult position for some people on the floor to do push-ups. So sometimes, if we're especially working for an extended amount of time, I'll raise up a barbell so that way we're not going all the way to the floor, still doing the same movement, but now the intensity is at your level. Another movements we can do, we can raise and lower this barbell. The higher it goes, the easier it would obviously be, until eventually reaching all the way to the floor. Now for air squats, maybe you can move this, hit this movement on your own. The air squat is just going to be a body weight squat to the floor. Ideally we want hips below the knees, hands up, chest out, back flat. But if we can't get that low, what we'll do is we'll set up depth. Instead of reaching as low as you can go, we'll set a target for you to work on. Getting low, touching, working on opening up that chest, getting that back flat, standing straight up. And again, depending on your range of motion and your ability, if you struggle keeping that back flat, reaching here, we might just raise the bench up a little bit higher. We've got boxes, a tire, we get you into a place that's comfortable where you're not just working at a high intensity, but you're working for efficiency as well. Those are all the modifications I have for you on those movements. I hope to see you guys at a push class sometime soon.
All right, so that is an example really quick of one workout. You saw Dan showed constantly varied. Every single day you come in here, you're gonna be doing something different. You might be doing the same movements from time to time, but they're gonna be set up in a different, you might be doing 15 pull-ups instead of 5, and you might be incorporating those with other pull moves, so your pulling muscles are getting more tired or fatigued. This is a good full body workout. It's a good example. It's a very baseline CrossFit type workout that gets you introduced to what the kind of the sport and the athletics of it are all about. Now to that special offer. Thanks for sticking with us. To get you introduced to push, we've got 2 classes that are an intro to push. It shows you the basics of the move. It's on the basics of the movements that are in the class. Those are on, remind me, Dan, what days?
Tuesday at 9:30, Thursday at 5:30.
Okay, so they're half-hour classes and they're introductory classes to push. They are free. They're part of the group exercise schedule. Now the special offer. Dan is willing to do 3 one-on-one personal training sessions with any of you, new clients only, for $60, which is the cost of what push is for a month. So 3 one-on-one sessions with any of you. You come and you go through workouts, you go through movements, so when you get into that actual push class, you feel comfortable, you feel confident, and you're ready to roll. Any of you guys that take up Dan on that offer and mention this video, you will also get 1 free month of push for free. That's a $60 value. I know, crazy, right? So 3 30-minute one-on-one sessions with Dan for $60 and mention this video and you get a free month of push. All right, so thanks for joining us, guys. It's a 7-minute long video, so hopefully you enjoyed, learned a little bit. That is, I didn't mention it in the beginning, but that is our fit tip of the week as well. So have a great week, guys. Happy holidays, and we'll see you soon.